What's going on, guys? Duelum here, back again with another video, and today we got a special one. That's right, my first time covering a new team's kit as being an envoy. We've got the full kits for Out of Time, and let me tell you, this team is nuts. They do some crazy things in war. They have some crazy plug and play ability. They have some awesome mechanics that we've never seen before in Marvel Strike Force. So if you guys are ready, let's get into it. Kicking off this video, we're going to be talking about Starbrand. And for those of you guys who don't know, this is the test server, so take everything you see here with a grain of salt, because things can be changed. But as of right now, he's going to be a hero, global, mystic, brawler, and Out of Time. His unique is going to be Astral Energy as of right now, so plan accordingly with that. Let's go into his kit here. For his basic, he's going to be attacking primary target for 225% damage and applying offense down. It'll attack the enemy with the highest damage, ignoring taunt and stealth. So my thought here is a Gambit that might be under stealth. You can hit this person, Gambit even when he's hidden behind a stealth. The T4 is going to increase the damage by 100%, which is pretty nice for the primary and secondary attack. So he's going to be hitting more than once, applying offense down to the enemy with the highest damage, ignoring taunt and stealth. So this is a pretty good T4 here. I would recommend it, honestly. It's one of the better ones. Coming into his special is going to be Primal Star Strike. Attack primary target for 350% damage, apply slow, and reduce speed bar by 15% plus 10% per out of time ally. This also applies to a Black Panther 1 million ally. You'll see that they're going to have a lot of callouts to Black Panther 1 million as well as kind of a plug-and-play sixth member of this team. I don't know the viability of that, but it could be interesting to see what the community comes up with. As you can see here, the T4 will reduce speed bar by another 15% for all secondary targets. So it's going to be 30% plus 10% per out of time ally. So that's going to be 100% turn meter reduction. I absolutely recommend this T4. It's absolutely nuts. You don't do it for the damage. You do it for the turn meter reduction. His ult is going to be Primeval Wrath. It's going to attack primary target for 400% damage, applying stun, and flipping all positive effects into negative effects. It attacks adjacent targets as well. It also attacks the most injured enemy, ignoring taunt and stealth for 300% damage. Flip all positive effects into negative effects. Enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived, which is awesome. This attack cannot be dodged or counterattacked. And then in war, this attack ignores defense up. Kicking off his passive is going to be Primordial Star. Scroll to the top. Gain 30% max health, 30% damage. Out of Time and Black Panther 1 million allies gain 30% damage and 30% drain. And it says it again here for the drain, so I'm assuming it's just going to be 30%. I don't think it's additive. I did ask. I'm waiting for a response on that. And then also 5% crit chance. In war, gain additional 30% max health, so he's going to be the tanky one. This team's really tanky. Gain an additional 5% crit per out of time ally. So Raiders looking pretty good on him, honestly, because he's got a lot of primary and adjacent. He's hitting a bunch of different people, kind of like how Thing hits different people with his passive, pinging people, and then also the multiple hits with Thing's special. So Raider is looking pretty good on Starbrand. Next up, we've got Cosmic Ghost Rider. You can see this dude looks absolutely nuts with his art. He looks so cool. Kicking off his kit, we got Cosmic Whiplash for his basic. And his basic is going to be attacking primary and adjacent targets for 180% damage and applying bleed. Damage is increased by 10% per positive effect on this character. So kind of like an Agent Venom, but if you have more positive effects, which this team will have a bunch of positive effects, it'll do more damage. In war, if this character is not at full energy, and if the primary target is a controller, apply ability block. Generate 1 ability energy if this character and all out-of-time allies were not at full energy at the start of this turn. So once you blow your load with out of time, everybody uses their ults, everybody uses their specials. This, using the basic, will be kind of like an energy battery to get them back around to their next cycle of abilities. As you can see, this attack cannot be dodged as well. Going into the special, we got Vengeance Slide. Attack all enemies for 300% damage. Damage is increased by 25% per positive effect on this character. So once again, more positive effects on your Cosmic Ghost Rider is going to do more damage. He's going to flip 2 positive effects into negative effects on all enemies, flip all positive effects on all protector enemies instead, apply defense down and heal block to all enemies, apply stun to the protector with the highest speed, ignoring taunt and stealth. This immediately calls out lizard, so if you got superior 6 on defense, this is going to stun the lizard there, which is really nice. This is nuts, clearing all battlefield effects on the ally side. So if you've got a Red Hulk ultimate or other battlefield effects that might be coming in the future, we don't have any knowledge on it, you get to clear it with his special, which you can use turn 1 or turn 2 if you want a basic turn 1. This is nuts. This attack gains an extra 1,000% focus against protector enemies and cannot be dodged or counterattacked. So no need for skirmisher on him here because you're going to be having that extra focus with his special. On his ult, apply clear all barrier on primary target. Apply primary target. Attack primary target for 400% damage. Damage is increased 25% per positive effect on this target. So you can see it's a lot of positive effects on this character. Augments his damage. Apply stun to the primary target. This attack ignores defense up and cannot be blocked. In war, this attack cannot be dodged or counterattacked. And then for his passive, I did T4 it by accident, but the passive isn't essential for this one. In war, gain an additional 50% focus per out-of-time ally. So you can see here, it's initial 50% focus per out-of-time ally, so no need for skirmisher on him. But the base ability is going to be after an enemy uses an ultimate ability. If this character is not exhausted, bury yourself and all out-of-time allies for 30% of this character's max health. So anytime an enemy is ulting, which is going to be pretty often, enemies ult often, he's going to get barrier on this team, on his team. He's also going to gain 30% max health, so that's going to help with the barrier. And he's gaining 200% focus in his passive. In war, lower the focus by 5,000% and damage by 50% by any non-Mephisto enemy that takes a turn before this character or any ally. And this is absolutely massive when you end up looking lower in his kit. If this character has 4 or more out-of-time allies, enemy speed bar that is gained on spawn is increased by 100%. So this is the Muhammad Ali, the rope-a-dope. This is absolutely nuts, and this gets even better when you read Black Knight's kit. So you'll see everybody is going to be taking turns before this team because of this passive here. But you're lowering the focus by 5,000% on all the enemies taking turns, so they're not going to land any debuffs. And then also the damage by 50% for any non-Mephisto enemy. So they're all going to have 50% damage and 5,000% less focus. Now, I think Cosmic Ghost Rider is going to be a striker just because of the energy regeneration here. This is going to be pretty nuts. Let's get into Black Knight, and we'll see why that passive for the 100% turn meter for enemies is pretty nuts. So you can see here, attack primary target for 180% piercing on his basic, clear 1 random positive effect. Apply deflect up to a maximum of 5 to self or the most injured non-summon ally. If this character is out of time, apply an additional deflect, so essentially it's 2 deflect. This attack gains additional piercing equal to this character's bonus armor. And you'll see this character's bonus armor is absolutely freaking nuts. For his special, clear all negative effects from self and all allies. This is game-wide. This is not just his team. If negative effects are removed from this character, heal self for 5% per negative effect removed. Plus, heal self for 20% of max health. Attack primary target for 250% piercing. Apply ability block. Gain taunt and 2 charged. We'll talk about what charge does when we look at his passive. Up to a maximum of 3. Apply speed up to self, 1 random adjacent ally, and all out-of-time allies. Enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. A permakill on a special is awesome. This attack gains additional piercing equal to this character's bonus armor. Ignores defense up, is unavoidable, and cannot be blocked or counterattacked. So this attack is really, really, really good, honestly. This attack's really nuts. Going into his ultimate, this will be used turn 2. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 400% piercing and 10% of this character's max health as damage. Gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 3. Apply defense up to self and all allies. Apply offense up to all brawler allies, which again is going to be Starbrand. Enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. Another permakill. This attack gains additional piercing equal to the character's bonus armor. It cannot be dodged or counterattacked. So you'll see a lot of his damage is going to be augmented by his bonus armor, and he's got a lot of armor. Going into his passive, this is the ability that makes Black Knight absolutely freaking nuts. So on spawn, gain taunt, defense up for 2 turns, immunity, and 5 charged up to a maximum of 5, which he's then going to refresh with his special and get more charge. Back to his passive. He, on any turn, the first time this character has no charge, fill this character's speed bar by 60%. When this character drops below 50% health, bury yourself for 30% of this character's max health and clear taunt. When a protector ally drops below 50% health, if this character is above 50% health, gain taunt. So essentially you're going to be bouncing around taunts between Black Knight and Captain America because Captain America got the rework. So let's look at the last part here. When an enemy attacks this character or any ally, this is not gated to war. This is not gated to only out of time. When an enemy attacks this character or any ally, if this character has charged and he's spawning with 5 of them, okay, and does not have exhausted, so this is going to help out with multiple hits in Cosmic Crucible or War, clear all barrier on that enemy, attack that enemy for 30% of this character's max health. It does half of what an Apocalypse Empowered Punch does on a freaking passive. And enemies killed by this attack cannot be revived. Clear immunity on that enemy, apply heal block, trauma, and 3 bleed to that enemy. Lose charged. This attack is unavoidable, cannot be blocked, and gains 1,000% extra focus. A little bit of an arena call out now. While this character has charged, this character's speed bar cannot be reduced. Characters gain 50% max health on defense, gain an additional 40% max health. Gain 40% armor. In war, gain an additional 5% armor per out-of-turn ally. Gain 50% resistance. In war, gain an additional 25% resistance per out-of-time ally. While this character has defense up, this character's resistance is another 1,000%. Holy moly, Batman. This guy's resistance is going to be nuts because he's almost always going to have defense up. He's always going to have that charge. He's an on-spawn taunt, and he's going to be replacing that useless Drax we've been seeing in Arena because now he's going to be an absolutely nuts character in Arena because he's going to be doing damage to everybody that's going before him. Because he's obviously probably not going to have the Cosmic Ghost Rider to give them the speed bar. But you can see his speed is 117. A lot of people are going before him. So everybody that hits him is going to get a 30% max health damage onto them. They're going to get trauma. They're going to get heal block. They're going to get 3 bleeds. The attack's unavoidable, gains 1,000% focus. This guy's going to be absolutely nuts. And then when he specials turn 1, he's going to get more charged. He's going to get 2 more charged to keep doing it over and over and over again. I think this guy is absolutely going to be arena meta, and he's going to be so damn good on release. And I'm super psyched for this. I think he might be Striker to get more damage. Maybe Fortifier because he's going to be taking a beating. Honestly, I don't know. If we'll go back here, I don't know if I told you guys, Miasma is going to be the unique for Ghost Rider. As for Black Knight, we don't have a unique right now. We're not sure, but he is skill, so I'm hoping it's going to be something not too bad. But yeah, skill here, Mystic for Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then Mystic for Starbrand. And then we will go back into the reworks. So for Captain America, nothing really changes. It essentially just adds out of time to the rebirth tags that were already here. Same thing with the ultimate. It adds out of time into here where dodge can't break this chain. And then for the passive, same thing. It gives the block chance to out of time. Same thing with rebirth. And then the reflexive taunt and all that good stuff that rebirth already had. to make them really, really good. And it's going to be the exact same thing for Captain Carter. The passive giving the assist out is now going to be out of time as well. More block chance. The ultimate is going to do a lot of stuff, and now it's going to be safeguard for out-of-time allies in war. The special is going to revive a out-of-time ally as well, and then the basic is just replying regeneration to out-of-time. Just like how Rebirth worked, essentially they added in out-of-time to that. So enough of me talking. Let's get into some gameplay for this in war and see how good this team really is. Starting off the testing is going to be against Superior 6. As you can see, this is about 100k punch up for my roster. Black Knight is going to be a 5-5. Starbrand's going to be a 5-5. Ghost Rider's going to be a 5-0. And then also Captain Carter and Peggy and Captain America are going to be 7-7 because that's going to be pretty normal for everybody to have a 7-7 on both of those. But I wanted to make sure this team didn't look way too overpowered against what's going on here. But as you can see, the Rope-a-Dope effect takes effect right away. So what happens is they're going to take a bunch of turns right away. And Black Knight's going to ping all of them, getting trauma on all of them really, really quickly. As you can see, this effect is super, super cool with Black Knight. Again, they're taking all turns, but they're not doing that much damage because they have that 50% turn meter reduction on anybody that takes a turn before any out-of-time allies or Cosmic Ghost Rider. So you can see they're not doing that much damage because it's that 50% reduction. And also the focus is dropped by 5,000%, so they're not going to land a lot of debuffs either. This will hit everybody. It's also damage increase per positive effect on this character. So Lizard is going to get absolutely trounced. As you can see, this is doing some really good damage. We'll get a special here to get some more charges up on Black Knight. You can see the pings are coming out a little bit, but it's not doing that much damage. We'll get the Peggy ult to get Safeguard up on everybody here, just like this. We got Safeguard now. Let's get a taunt out here so we can do that. You could also use the ult to get that taunt off of Lizard. So you don't have to worry about the taunt on Lizard anymore, but he's dead now anyway. And now we can do the special down the middle here because it does that massive turn meter rewind, which is really, really cool. And then does an extra turn meter rewind to the highest damage. You can see Starbrand's now dead, but you got to remember we are going to have a revive from Captain Carter, just like on the Rebirth team. This team is just going to outlast. It's just going to keep outlasting all the teams who are on war defense that have that initial barrage that's just massive. They're just going to outlast and outlast and outlast and outlast and just keep doing incredible things because of the rebound heals. And then now guess what? Captain Carter now brings back Starbrand. And Starbrand's back now. So Starbrand's dead again, ironically enough. But you see this team just keeps rebounding back and forth and back and forth. And then they just do great things. And then there's more heals from Captain Carter and more Safeguard and more everything. And then they end up going to die. So punch across, Superior 6 works extremely well. Let's get into the next fight. We do have a massive infestation here. This is going to be a fully maxed out diamonds, red stars. Everything is pretty much on these tunes. Going against a mere, very small, free-to-play accessible out of time. So I'm genuinely curious to see if out of time has what it takes to survive and then has the damage to actually take them out. Because I don't know, honestly. I know the pings are really good and SuS just gets deleted. Because he takes so many turns in a row, so he's getting the percent health damage over and over and over again. But getting that energy sap right off the rip is kind of rough. That 2 energy sap off rip is kind of rough. But let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So they're taking a bunch of turns, obviously. Black Knight is taking a good amount of damage. As you can see, he just dropped the taunt there because he dropped below 50% health. So now Cap America has the taunt. You'll see all of them taking a bunch of turns in a row for obvious reasons. It's Infestation on war defense. So I want to kind of stay away from Spider-Man big time. So let's go here with the basic. Let's get some Safeguard up, even though we're going to hit Spider-Man big time. Safeguard's important. Let's go Safeguard up. Okay. And then let's get some energy and another taunt and some immunity and all that good stuff. This is an ability block. I don't think this can be... Let's do this here because I don't want him to use his special and ultimate again because he hits hard. Oh, another turn. Don't know why, but I got another turn. Okay, hit him again. Let's see. Let's get a big turn meter rewind here on big time. It's a really big turn meter rewind on him. Okay, they're going to use their ult now. Got more pings coming out. Okay. Black Knight's looking a little worse for the wear. A little worse for the wear. Same thing with Cap. Let's see if we've got... Okay, we can re-up the safeguard again. It's going to hit big time, but that's okay. Let's re-up the safeguard again. Let's see if we can get this going here. See, we got full health again. Awesome. Okay, we got a stun on Black Knight. Not the worst, not the best. Oh, Black Knight's not dead because of the assist. I think we do have the revive up from Peggy, which is good. Cap's now dead now too, though. That's a little rough. Let's go here with the special. So you got to remember, this is a massive, massive infestation. So it's just, they're getting out damaged, honestly. They're just getting out class damage-wise. But if you have a regular, infestation that's normal, that's not, 3 diamonds on everything, this easily works, honestly. This easily works. I think I got one more fight to show you guys, so let's get into that one. But as you can see, this one's not going to work. Coming into the next fight, we're still testing out of time, obviously. We got SuS+Xtreme with Extreme. They dropped Sunspot here, so it's going to be interesting to see how this kind of works out. I think SuS+Xtreme's just going to do SuS+Xtreme things, honestly, especially with how many buffs I spawn with. So I think SuS+Xtreme's going to do work here. But we'll see. The charges could be a pretty cool mechanic on Black Knight because it's 30% max health, his max health. So you see he specialed and now he's basicing. He's not ripping anything off because of the minus 5,000% focus. He also has 50% less damage. This is going to hurt. Oh, wait. Wait, people are alive. Okay. People are alive. He still has another charge. So he's okay. SKRULL is almost dead, and my team is not almost dead. This is pretty good. Get an ability block on Forge, so Forge doesn't do his little thingamababa. SKRULL's dead here. SKRULL's dead to another ping. SKRULL's just dead. SKRULL's just dead. Oh boy. SKRULL's just dead. Oh boy. Oh. Okay then. SKRULL be damned. Oh my lord. You can see these Black Knight pings are so good. Oh my lord, you need to get Black Knight up so high because his max health does so much damage. Plus 30% of this character's max health is damage again. Oh yeah, this is doing some damage. Oh man, I'm going to ult here and get a stun on him. Never mind, he doesn't need to be stunned. He's just dead. Stun? No, just dead. Just dead. I don't want Cyclops really ulting me, so let's get some heals and top off a little bit before he ults and we got a problem. I might be able to get a turn in before he ults, but I'm not sure. Okay, all the counterattacks coming in. Nightcrawler uses his basic here. I think he's ulting now. Okay. Ooh, the team took it pretty well. The team took it decently well. That's a big Cyclops. Okay. Dude, this team is no joke. Oh, this is going to be rough. Oh, it's going to be rough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, all things considered, eating as much as they're eating right now, they're not doing a bad job. They're surviving. And then now I've got Safeguard, so when Nightcrawler ults, I'll have Safeguard. Oh, I didn't get the Safeguard. I wonder why. It's probably like I probably need a certain amount of out-of-time allies to pull that off. Okay. So this team does work. We got another special, so every time they take a turn now, they're just going to get more damage on themselves. Okay, there's 30% max health damage on him again. He's going to dodge that. He'll dodge that. That's fine. Let's get some energy out. This is going to end up working. Dude, Black Knight is freaking nuts. Oh my lord. And Nightcrawler just killed himself because of the pings. Dude, this team is nuts. Oh my lord. Well, this team is the real deal. This is the real deal right here. Super SKRULL just gone. Extreme gone. Okay, let's get in the next fight. Let's test some more.